by Yulia. I'm Yulia and I'm your virtual beauty therapist. I have been one for over 11 years. Beauty is my passion and my job. I hope you enjoy this channel, and if you do so, consider subscribing to it. Press on the notification bell, comment below and share the content. You can find me and follow me in Instagram and TikTok for much more of it. The video today is another campaign, Try Me Review Me, from Style Korean. But today I will show you, review and give you a bit more information about CP1, which is a hair care brand coming from Korea. Now first let me just say that the brand does not use phenoxyethanol, in case this is the ingredient that you prefer to avoid, but all of their products have added fragrance. So up to you if you want to try them, but let's be honest, especially for hair care, to find products which do not contain any essential oils and added fragrance is quite difficult. For me personally, I can say straight away before I start with reviewing them that I did not experience any irritation from the use of any of the products. And I checked the science behind them. Now, if you're interested in just the review of the products, feel free to skip this part. You have timing in the description as well, so it's up to you. But if you are geeky, just like I am, I hope you enjoyed this first part of the video. When the hair is damaged, the strands are quite porous and they have quite rough texture. So what we're looking for is some kind of ingredient that will go into the hair shaft and give nourishment and moisture and retain this moisture as well. But in order to do so, you also need the other kind of ingredients, which are the coating ingredients, which provide this type of protection from the outside environment, from different factors, from heat as well. So what we're looking for are two different types of actually ingredients. Now, in order to get the ingredients small enough, what the brand uses are different type of low molecular weight ingredients. So that's why you will see into the ingredients list a lot of hydrolyzed type of ingredients and extract, like hydrolyzed silk, hydrolyzed proteins, hydrolyzed extracts. But why exactly the brand decided to use silk? Well, silk is a natural fiber. It contains different proteins and a few of the amino acids which are very essential for the production of keratin. Keratin is the protein most abundant into the hair. You will find it in your nails as well. And this is what gives the structure, the strength of the hair shaft. It is very essential. So the more keratin we'll have, the stronger will be the hair. If you think about it, for the past few years, there have been quite a few very trendy keratin treatments. Now, the difference between this and the silk is that unfortunately, when you have keratin treatment into a hair salon, very often they will use different chemicals and heat, which in fact are breaking down the keratin. So your hair might end up more damaged, especially if you have more often this type of treatments. That's why using different hair care, which is containing amino acids and proteins that are strengthening the hair, is much more efficient, especially in long term. The other very important ability that silk has is to retain water. It is credited that it can actually retain 10,000 times its weight into water. So what happens is that with one ingredient, you have more keratin production, you have stronger hair, you have better moisture retention. So if your hair is prone to breakage, if you are in search of something to protect you from any kind of heat, then definitely it does make sense to check out the brand. Bear in mind also that silk is one of those ingredients that actually we don't know any kind of research that is giving you and indicating you that it is irritating for the hair, that is damaging it, or for the scalp as well, because it contains amino acids that actually our body naturally contain. 90% of the amino acids that you will find in silk are the same into our body, so the body is recognizing it, and it is extremely unlikely to have some kind of negative reaction. I think it makes sense to start with the shampoo. Now this is 100 ml of tube. That's quite useful if you're going somewhere traveling or if you just want to try the product. Although I have to say I do think it's quite affordable because they do have 500 milliliters of bottle which comes with the pump, and it's quite convenient. But anyways, if you want to just try the product, and what I got from this campaign was actually this tube. Here as ingredients, obviously you do have surfactants. Now, the surfactant that is a bit controversial, I'll add somewhere around here the name.
What the surfactant does actually?
It looks like a hook from both sides. So this is a molecule that one side of the hook goes into the dirt and debris. The other side attaches to the water. So once when you rinse, you remove that way all the impurities from the scalp and the hair. But obviously, if it's too strong, it's going to dry out, and in the same time, you don't want something that is super mild, because then you have to wash a lot of times, or even that means that you won't be able to wash properly. So for me personally, this is not an ingredient that I avoid. I do think it works fine, and it did not irritate my hair or scalp. But that's my opinion. The other negative that I have to say is that it has menthol. Now, it's kind of iffy, especially for hair care. It gives you this really nice cooling sensation, especially into men hair care and skincare as well. You will find very often this type of ingredients or eucalyptus. But for some, if you want to avoid it, or if you want to use essential oils or whatnot, bear in mind that this product does contain menthol. The rest of the ingredients, quite impressive. There's so many different amino acids and proteins, and everything comes from rice and soy and corn and etc. They're all below the 1%, but in the same time combined, they're quite impressive and give good results. The travel size of the conditioner is the same as for the shampoo. The full size, it is once again 500 milliliters. It costs around $22, comes with a pump, so quite affordable for a conditioner. You're not going to use it in all over the hair, it will be just the hair lengths, so very useful. This is the product that is suggested for dry and for damaged hair, so if you need some strengthening, this will be your product. It helps also to tangle the hair, so it looks healthy, feels silky, and it's shiny, so quite good. As the ingredients list, you can have a look. First you have water, then you have alcohol, but it's not a drying alcohol, it's a fatty alcohol. We love them into hair care, into skincare, they're wonderful. The third ingredient, however, is called cyclopentasiloxane. I hope I said this right. I'll add it somewhere around here. So this is a type of silicone. Now silicones are not bad in general. I know some people say they are awful, but actually silicones are breathable materials, so they give protection, but they don't suffocate your scalp or your hair. So I personally don't avoid them. However, with this one specifically, there's a bit of controversials. So from one side, this is a light silicone. It's not going to weigh down your hair. That's fine. But from another point, there has been a legislation from 2018, and as of January 2020, in the European Union, these particular ingredients have been restricted to a certain amount and only into wash-off products. It can be potentially dangerous for us if it's in higher amounts, so bear in mind we are talking about certain amounts. And also, we don't really know how much it affects into long-term the environment, because it doesn't break down that easily. Otherwise, as more familiar ingredients into the Inky list, you can find, of course, glycerin. You can find a lot of different oils like argan and jojoba, sweet almond as well. You have the silk proteins, you have keratin and etc. So it has a lot of beneficial ingredients, and for me personally, one which I'm not quite sure how does it works and how great it is. Product number 3 is the Premium Silk Ampoule. Now they do have another packaging. I think it's the older version, which is 20 milliliters, but they have changed to this one, which is 150 milliliters, and it's around $18, so once again quite useful. This is a treatment that contains a lot of hydrolyzed, once again, different amino acids and proteins. You also have here chia extract, which is going to give you also heat protection, and the hydrolyzed silk here is 0.3%. There's 6 different oils which are going to give you really nice protection and nourishment, from coconut to sunflower, argan oil, drumsticks, and what's not. I might forget something obviously. It's a great product. This is the product that can be used before or after you dry the hair, and it is used where you feel like your hair is damaged. So this is not for the hair roots but for the hair lengths, and more like for the hair tips. If your hair is very damaged, that you can use it as often as you want to, but otherwise it is a treatment that you can do once in a while if you feel like your hair is getting drier and you need something to strengthen it a bit more. They call this technology the use of different proteins a trio of technology, because you have penetration, absorption, and protection or coating. The last product is their premium hair treatment. Now, how they describe it is that this is stronger than Ampoule, stronger than treatment, with more long-lasting type of results. And it's the treatment, of course, for damaged hair. So whether you are using a lot of styling products, a lot of hair drying, a lot of ironing, strengthening, curling, whatever you decide to do with your hair, if you're dyeing it, if you're coiling it, this will be the product that is going to help you a lot. Now, this is, I think, one of their best sellers, because so far it has been widely loved, and I can quite understand why. So they have sold over 5 million units of this product. It is 250 milliliters, so quite a big tube. So this is your Deep Repair treatment. It is 250 milliliters of tube, so quite large. How you use this? You apply it into the damaged area, so it will be towards the end of your hair. You keep it for 5-10 minutes and then you wash it off. If you want, you can use it with heat. So what you do is you apply it, then you can cover it with one of those shower caps and use your blow dry to apply some heat for like 10 minutes, and then you can wash it off. This is going to improve, obviously, the penetration of the product, but that's not something that you should be doing very often. You have ingredients which are going to penetrate into the hair shaft. So you have 11 different proteins and 17 amino acids. You have the different oils which are going to keep the moisture into the hair shaft. You have the heat protection in the form of the chia extract. And yes, I understand why people like it, and I think especially if you need some really strong hair boost because your hair is very damaged, very dry, very brittle, too much use of different chemicals and heat, then yes, you can try this product, and the price is definitely making sense because you will use it for quite a while. Our love to silk started around 8,500 years ago, at least according to the archaeological evidence that we have. But of course, into hair care and skincare, it's quite a new ingredient. That doesn't mean that it doesn't make sense. It means that we keep exploring more and more. If you think about it, 5 years ago, if you said that you need your pillowcase to be made from silk, people would have laughed at you. But now it kind of makes sense, and everyone knows how great it is to have your bedding, your pajamas, your hairbands, all made of silk, if you can afford it, of course. But if you can't, it's a nice beginning to start with affordable hair care brand which is giving you this type of great benefits by the use of silk. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did so, please consider subscribing to the channel. Press on the notification bell and comment below. Let me know, what is your favorite hair care brand? What have you tried? Have you tried this one or any other Korean hair care brand or product that you have been super impressed with? Because of course I want to try more myself. I hope you find me in Instagram and TikTok for much more beauty content, and I'll see you next week. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.